Today we are going to embark on a journey to a thriving Roman port on the Adriatic Sea, Ravenna, Italy. We'll be exploring the details of the creation of some of the earliest mosaics. As the capital of the Western Roman Empire from 402 CE until the collapse of the empire in 476 CE, Ravenna became home to some of the most significant examples of early Christian monuments. One such monument is the Mausoleum of Galla Placidia. The exterior, built in the shape of a Latin cross, is very simple, made of reused ancient Roman bricks and almost contrasts with the decorative richness of the interior, where the mosaics entirely cover the walls of the vaults, the lunettes, and the dome. Early Roman mosaicists from the 4th century AD adopted Christian subjects and iconology, some which gave new meaning to the ideas which had existed for hundreds of years. With its curved walls and ceiling, smooth surfaces, and melting fluid form, they invited this inspiring glass. Dimly lit, almost dark spaces were illuminated entirely by candlelight. The golden tesserae tilted to reflect the subdued beams of the candles, overawing the worshippers and invoking an emotional response. In the early 5th century, a great amount of architecture was initiated in Ravenna. The most remarkable, built by Honoris' stepsister, Galla Placidia, is one of the most remarkable and perfect examples of mosaics from the 5th century. The Christ of Good Shepherd is located in the Mausoleum of Galla Placidia. It can be seen in the entrance hall. The scene portrayed is young Jesus seated on some stones and surrounded by 6 sheep. The setting shows a sense of death by using foreshortening of the sheep coming forward. Atmospheric setting of the beautiful hues of light blues into dark, creating light like the sky. These, as well as the believable calm face and modeling of Jesus' posture, are clear references to the Roman classical period. The natural surroundings of palm leaves, plants, and stones are also reminiscent of the classical era. In the early Christian period, we see a few stylization differences in the mosaic, like the robe and halo. In the symmetrical piece, there are Roman symbols used to depict Jesus. The purple robe would have been used if you were dressing an emperor, such as Emperor Constantine, who was also depicted with a gold halo. All of these elements, the beautiful color and masterful work, strives to show respect to Jesus, the shepherd of the people. Mosaics were used to line the walls of wealthy patrons' homes and reflect their opulence. At the same time, it demonstrates the skill and talent of many unknown artists and craftsmen, some of whom were never recognized. The production of a mosaic on a large scale requires a lot of teamwork, and the Byzantine mosaics are the result of many artists and craftsmen working together for hours, days, months, and years. Of the mosaic team, there was always a master mosaicist called the Imaginarius, who directed the work carried out by the assistants, a project manager, if you will. Each of these assistants received names of lapidary instructor, calcis coctor, and picture peritarius, each responsible for different aspects of the project. Not a lot has changed in material and technique since then. The cement they used was much like the recipe we use today in Portland cement, made from powder marble, lime, and cement. The Romans used pozzolana, a volcanic substance. Tesserae, the art of making colored glass, is thought to have originated in the East. Tesserae are colored by the induction of metallic oxides. Oxide of copper for blue, oxide of chrome for green. Oxide of tin is used to make the colors opaque. They are made in sheets and broken into pieces afterwards, which gives them their character in a regular shape. To make gold and silver tesserae, it is much more complicated. Gold leaf is applied to a piece of extremely thin clear glass, which is then fused together with a thicker piece of clear glass. The thin piece protects the gold, and the thick forms the body of the tessera. There are 2 different methods used to apply tesserae to concrete to create your design, both direct and reverse, also known as indirect. Direct consists of spreading the surface with cement and then pressing in the tesserae before the cement dries. The unevenness of the tesserae gives the mosaic a sense of freshness and spontaneity. Our response to it is inherited qualities of boldness and brilliance is immediate and transparent. In the reverse method, instead of the tesserae being pushed down directly into cement, they are gummed face down and arranged on a piece of paper. When they have stuck fast, the paper is turned over and pressed into a bed of cement. The paper is then moistened and peeled off. Each method is used under specific conditions and circumstances. anyone who has worked with their hands will realize how much they must have enjoyed what they were doing and admire the qualities that glass and marble provide. There is something moving in the fact that such humble and affordable materials have been assembled piece by piece to find a final magnificent and beautiful piece of art. In each mosaic, we can see the patience and careful planning and placing of each tesseract that was carefully pushed into place. To gain a better insight into the complexities of mosaics, I delved into my own piece, inspired by Christ as the Good Shepherd. From designing and planning the piece, collecting glass and materials, cutting tesserae and placing it into concrete, the Lord as our shepherd was born. 18 hours later, and an even stronger appreciation for the craftsmen who dedicated their lives to the Ravenna mosaics.